Hi, and welcome to SvG 101, a tutorial series on the game Spectral vs. Generation, voiced by my terrible English, with the help of some wonderful peeps. An easy to learn but hard to master fast-paced fighting game. It plays in a similar way to Guilty Gear and Last Blade 2, relying on quick decision making and offering a ton of useful tools and mix-up options, no matter your playstyle. SvG offers something for every skill level. While it has easy combos and setups, it also rewards those who put in the time to lab it. As for new players, we at the SvG Discord finish the basics of our wiki over at Mizumi Wiki. That does it for the intro stuff. Now let's take a look at the character roster. See this? Doesn't fucking matter. Now this does, and we will go over each character's playstyle. Roze is the closest character to a traditional Shoto. She has a great fireball, a great GP, and her playstyle revolves around controlling neutral with good footsies. Roze is a strong character with a balanced toolkit, with some other moves to spice things up and create a varied playstyle, like her own charge mechanic that powers up special moves. She has excellent mobility and opponent pressure that can either be used for mix-ups or guard breaks. Krayce is the slow, big button character. While his moves pack a punch, they suffer from being slow. Or you can do that. With a fast dash and some quick normals, Krayce can transform into a rush-down killing machine. That, coupled with one of the best Okizemes in the game, allows Krayce players to dominate the match and brutally punish mistakes. His execution is very beginner-friendly, so he's an excellent choice if you want to start playing. The awakened raw fighting instincts of Jadou. Jadou too is a pure rush-down character, with high damage that can 2-touch characters, very fast speed, and oh no. Jadou 2 believes that the best defense is a good offense. Overall, Jadou 2 is simple yet effective. If you just want to have fun and play aggressively, he's the perfect choice. SvG's take on a puppeteer. Erile plays more like a summon. Erile on his own is quite small and lacks range and damage. But with the help of his guardian, commonly referred to as a stand, Erile gets a ton of combo extensions, area control, and somewhat safe approach options, alongside some other complicated techniques. Erile is a great choice if you are used to playing puppeteers in other games or JoJo Heritage for the future. Earth is SvG's grappler, boasting explosive damage, plenty of mix-ups and a punish-heavy playstyle. His power to adapt during the match and dish out tons of damage is what gives him the biggest comeback potential in the game. That said, Earth may take some time to get used to, as he relies heavily on reads and heavy conditioning. Earth mains live and die by the reads. Poor judgment will lead to an abrupt stop for his pressure, and risky choices will result in Earth eating the opponent's most damaging combo. Earth's execution is the easiest in the game. He's considered an advanced character because the main difficulty is in perfectly calculating each interaction to come out on top. The combo character. Very short normals and a lack of traditional projectile may discourage you, but trust me, with enough knowledge and labyrinth, Ryuken is one of the most dangerous characters in the game. Great mix-ups, very fast approach, a teleport dash. Ryuken has access to great damage combos in the corner, a position he gets very easily with his insane corner carry potential. His normals suck when used traditionally. That's the price for one of the most fun characters in fighting games. In the arcade story, Wells kills God and then goes fishing. That's all you need to know. Being the strongest character in the story, and the game, Wells is very different from what you would expect from a typical rushdown character. Lots of aerial options and air specials that make his playstyle unique, big normals, fast approaches, and this. Oh, and no major flaws. Wells gives the term rushdown a whole new meaning. Regardless of his immense power, Wells remains one of the most fun and unique characters in the game, so don't be afraid to use him. The awakened raw fighting instincts of Hiro. Hiro 2 is also a rushdown character. However, her tools are not as good. Her normals are lackluster. Her specials do the job but are average, and her supers aren't as useful as they should be. However, she's in the same tier as Krayce for one simple strength. I love this character. This simple Morrigan dash or Ino dash or whatever you want to call it opens up so many options and makes Hiro 2 one of the most dangerous characters on the ground. With an amazing dash and great damage output, Hiro 2 is a character that forces you to respect her options. While not necessarily being awful, in every list there has to be the worst option, and in this game it's Orochimaru. But don't underestimate him. Probably the most consistent character, Orochimaru benefits from great pokes and tools that are useful in most situations. Great damage output can be squeezed out with enough knowledge of a game, and safe options are common in some matchups. Hiro is the most defensive character and has tools to cut most approaches towards her. Coupled with great projectiles, Hiro can set up a dangerous defensive position. But that doesn't mean she's always played passively, because Hiro still has access to strong rushdown and her great normals complement this playstyle. Good players may exploit these normals to give Hiro some much needed aggressive options. Jadou is a pure projectile-based and normal-based zoner, also having some good ways to spend meter when pressured. Jadou benefits from extremely long normals.
That's quite big.
Best anti-airs in the game, and very good specials. His lack of combo game compared to the rest of the cast starts to hurt him a lot in mid-levels of play, but players with enough knowledge in the game can make him a beast in higher levels of play. Surprisingly, Jadou is played rather aggressively for a zoner, since this exists. So the Jadou meta now revolves around outreaching your opponent with good footsies and forcing them to block or retreat. One of the most expressive characters in the game, Mayura is a set-play oriented fighter with amazing zoning tools. If you want to do something, Mayura probably has a projectile for it. From amazing Nokizeme to great zoning, Mayura has multiple options that outweigh her weaknesses. It also ensures she gets the maximum advantage out of every knockdown or corner carry. Mayura is given the most freedom in her options, which heavily sways the outcome of every interaction. And that's the roster. Hopefully by now some of you are mildly interested in trying out the game. If you are, stay tuned as we discuss some unique system mechanics in the next videos. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.